Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends. Shuffle up and stay a while. Here we go. Ooh. Oh yeah. Welcome to Buckeyes and Friends.
Like a great verse and content creator once said, and we're back. Welcome to the Team Buckeye and Friends.
What's up, people?
So, if you don't know, this is a 2-part series. But you know what the champ, we gotta give him his time to shine. I don't know if I got to introduce him again, but I'm D-Rob Big Chubb with Team Buckeye and another fellow Buckeye, the black Jake from State Farm, the black midwinter champion, the black Buckeye midwinter champion. Like start out a white guy, like who are you on the phone with? Remember last year was like, who are you on the phone with? It's Jake from State Farm. But this Jake right here, the one who get to hang out with the sub, and he got the short end of the stick. Sorry, Shana.
That's right. We got Tevin the Black Knight Campbell.
So we got the standing up, but this is not where we starting at. We're going to go over the deck list for starters. And actually, Sean is listening on the drive. I know he can't type while he's driving, or he may pull over, but man, we glad you are here. I mean, yes. I'm going to say that this whole Buckeye midwinter thing started with me and Sean. Because like this was the first, like I did a lot of stuff for Upper Deck that wasn't me, us, events. And then midwinter before Upper Deck was sponsored and we were having an event. I'm like, I want to go to that. I was just going to day. That's when I first started going there. I'm like, anybody, Sean like, I'll come with you.
Right.
I'm like, bet. We stayed at some janky hotel, but we had a great time. So like I said, he may have steak in midwinter. I mean, Sean, he put us up. I mean, it's just like, yeah. I think midwinter good, but without Sean, I don't think it's as good of a midwinter. So I mean, He ruled well as a champ, but it's now time to pass the title. So, with me is the champ. I mean, for so many years, I mean, I don't know how long, maybe 10, 20 years, he been a slingshot for Team Buckeye. Yeah. Every time he made top cuts, he lost to a Buckeye person, and they would propel forward. Yeah. I mean, when Sean went to his championship, who did he beat?
He beat me.
Tevin Campbell. Right. When PJ went to his championship in Ohio, who did he beat?
Tevin Campbell.
We're all with top 4 in Ohio. Who did he beat? Tevin Campbell.
and listen, I was trying in those matches too. I didn't throw any matches or none of that. It was just unfortunate.
He made top. I think he made top cut one time without Buckeye. That was in Delaware.
That was Delaware. We up with the AEW.
But he lost to Danielson. But he still was close. But he got second.
Yeah.
But Patrick, you are not a Buckeye. you have stayed here at the house. You have been a resident of Ohio for at least over one night, so I guess it counts. But you are not a Buckeye. But yeah, but now his first round was against who? A Buckeye. We talking like, oh man, it again.
Yeah, that was a concern going into it.
But we getting way ahead of ourselves.
Right.
So we're gonna So I brought home all the deck lists with me, so I got them scanned into my computer. We're gonna talk about them, and then I'll put them on the Discord. Like I said, if you want to see them sooner, you will wait for them. You will happily wait for them. But no, I won't have them shortly afterwards. But we kind of did this kind of all in a short moment, just get this knocked out. So so I'm going in place order. So we had 11 people. So like I said, so for the Friday event, we had 8, 9. And now we up to 11. So we added Bam and Theo.
Right.
So they both got big cars as well. Going back to the previous day, so MJF won the cars, a big car somebody got.
It was, yeah, MJF.
And I forgot what dog.
Kenny Ortega.
Kenny Ortega and the Thor were the last 2 big cars.
Okay, Kenny Omega, yeah.
But yeah, so but here we are again. So we're gonna critique each deck list. So first of all, we're gonna start with the Singularity deck list.
And we say critique, but it's more review and give our thoughts.
So basically, this is how I'm gonna go. I'm as a judge who lost that wasn't in the top. I'm like, this was a good idea. I wish I would have thought of that. I might have done better. And Tevin like, yeah, I beat them. I don't know why they bought this garbage. It wasn't me. So first of all, let's look over deck list. Cause someone said, so I'm gonna look at it as a judge first, and I'm gonna tell you like Theo would have saw me again because I'd be like, what's Rhino with this? Right. What's Bullseye is this? What's Beast is this? What's Venom is this? I mean,
no card numbers next to it.
Like, I don't know what's one, but he got Singularity, so I had built a lot of Singularity deck. I think I introduced Tevin to the Singularity.
You did, when I first learned to play, he played Singularity. I didn't know how anybody could get past Inspire and win. All your people get a counter when they come out if it's face up. So
one Sonic Blast in there with Spider Corners. That that's a. Do you have any other Spider friends in here?
No, that was it.
In Lambert.
Oh yeah, and
Lambert could activate any good team.
Right. Okay.
So he had 2 activators. So his
Venom as well. Right. His Venom was 3-drop.
Oh yeah, Venom. Yeah. So he had enough activators. You wouldn't like what she angry for. That's a great plot twist to always be a great defensive. And of course the Lokes. But so people not familiar with Singularity, she got Inspired. So anytime a character appears on your side, they get +1/+1. On level 1, she could pay a blue to engulf them. I probably should bring it up on my phone, so I'm not. But so she need 1 XP to level. At the start of her turn, she needs to see 5 characters of the same team on her side, including herself. And then on level 2, she could pay a yellow to then force somebody back into the point when you play somebody, you can pay a yellow to react. So both her powers are reactionary. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so both her powers are reactionaries. Well, no, lies. Her yellow power is the main. Put an enemy support character into their own hand.
Right.
And then, but her yellow, like whenever one her character get killed, she could pay a blue to put it back into her own hand. 0-4-1 with flight 5 health. 0-7 flight with 5 health on 2. So I mean, she may have been power creeped out.
Right. So
I think that's a big thing. But looking at his, Theo, if you don't know Theo like to have a good time. I'll give you that. So Theo like to have a good time. But looking at deck, I mean, this is still somewhat of a it could catch you sleeping. I mean,
right.
Daredevil could always do something. But I don't even think do you even have 5 characters of a team? Lambert could be a second. So Singularity is one if you go on A-Force route. But if you went A-Force, he had 8. He had Singularity,
Spider Friends, and Symbiosis.
No, I'm counting if he had 5 of any team. So he could have Singularity. He could have Hawkeye. Just Hawkeye at least. Megan. He only got 4 A-Force players, so he couldn't go A-Force route. I don't think he had any more of this Hydra.
Nope.
Spider Friends, that would have been, we said 3 as well.
Right.
With Lambert always counted as a good team, so he'll be on that. Defenders, he had Goggle.
And he had Red Guardian.
Well, no, and Hawkeye's the Fire Friend. This is this is not the Fire Friend one. This is the Civil War one.
He had both of them.
No, he had. This is the
the
A Force. This is A Force.
A-Force, yeah.
And this is a Civil War one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the same Hawkeye. Actually, this is the same Hawkeye chick because the man no Hawkeye.
Right.
So Bullseye. Okay, so Bullseye. Yeah, he didn't even have a card in here to level.
Right.
So he didn't plan on leveling. He would have. I guess these are his favorite people. I mean, Rhino found his way into this list. So looking at this from a Curtin standpoint, I don't think there's nothing here that will threaten to be incurred. I mean, Spider Curtis maybe from previous thing, supported some of the Venom decks. Daredevil, I mean, you can see him getting curved. I don't think he
don't get played enough.
Yeah, you gotta be aggressive
Right.
But every other card here I don't think really had a threat. Like Black Adam and Rhino might have been making their first introductions into the incursion event.
And if you see it, his curves tops out at 4. So this is definitely more of a fun deck than anything. So
and he finished 0-4, but I think that was his expectation.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, he had a good time. It seemed like he met expectations.
That's right.
I think if he got a win, he would have been like, "Fuck." He would have been mad. Like, did he just flip a table? What happened? I think he won. But he had one of the coolest MC things. Yep. That little thing that had the MC card in it.
Yeah, he creates his own MC holders and it like tracks your counters, your wounds, all this other stuff.
I mean, it's hard to explain unless you see it.
Right. But Singularity was kitted up. She looked sweet.
I mean, but like I said, if you caught that, you don't like her when she angry. If you caught sleeping, he could definitely put you down.
Right.
So, I mean, the last game he played in Winter Time, and that was against our 10th place player who was, so he was 0-4. He did get a bye, so he played 3 games. And then Ben was 1-3 with a bye. Mm-hmm. All the bomb people had bye except for Vern. I think he would have won close, and that would probably kept him out. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So now we going to Kendo next. Kendo. There we go. Also known as Bam.
Bam.
So let's take the chance. Look at this. He did have a triple star. Yeah,
Scarlet Spider
is a triple star. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think. There's no triple star Spider-Man, right?
No.
I know that he called Scarlet Spider. Yeah.
Right.
On level. Boy, he wrote this by hand. Look, I think we should also grade like the way it looked on like a deck. Like if I get this in just like so you lose a point for not having all the number next to your character, especially unless everything could bypass, but everything don't fall that test. He's down to a 4 for me. The penmanship is pretty good. I could read most things.
Right.
So I take it down. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
It's legible, right? Yeah.
So I mean, I know you're not just, but what will you grade to see in this deck list?
I would say I'd probably land on a 3 out of 5.
And we only talking about look at the deck list.
Right,
We don't care about. I mean,
it's readable, so it's not a problem. You could tell, it was in there.
We got time today.
Yes, we do.
So you might hear some crazy like, why do they even care? Because we do. Okay, now back to Kendo. So that's our 3 standard. So that's the average.
Right.
3 is the average. This is not the average. So there are multiple Spider Girls. So he already lost his point for Spider Girl, not multiple. There are multiple Spider Women. What Spider Women are you got?
Right. Same with Scarlet Spider now because it's the
Spider Man. Yeah,
now that's a travesty. Now that right there makes it a 2.
And then the biggest sin, if there is any sin, he missing his side power for the Spider-Man.
Oh wow, yeah, he don't have it.
No, he do. It's down here.
It's in there. Okay.
But so this would have been an illegal deck. I mean, we fixed it. We didn't penalize him because he played me first game. But he had the Civil War Spider-Man who was a Venom. That's why he had the events in here, which he shouldn't have had. So
oh yeah.
But I mean, so if you take that, I say he's I don't want to give nobody 1 unless he's just horrendous.
It's pretty close to a 1.
1.5. We'll say 1.5.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we're not giving no 0, so we're gonna get 1 through 5. So I don't think.
And we love you. We love you, man.
We just talking about looking at the deck list.
Yeah, your penmanship. But he's probably a doctor or scientist
Right,
really
right,
writing
yeah,
like
right,
this.
yeah,
So
right.
yeah, we give you props. So
They said my handwriting was bad. Yes, yes, I did it. They said it on live screen. We did it. So yeah, but let's look now. Let's look at the deck at Carl. So man, I'm trying to bring him up now. If you triple Mano, so he got a clone pal. What's that? This is their ID. 2 pals. Yeah, he got ID. So Clone Pal was, I think he got all the possible Spider-Man he could have in there.
Yeah.
So
which makes sense.
Yeah, and then like I said, so one had Vince, and then he got one extra Spider-Man. The Civil War wouldn't make it.
Right.
And then he had he's 2.5. He's 2.5 health. Quote unquote, he had fighting range.
Yeah.
In most cases, you playing the Tony Stark Spider-Man that got the tinker, and you give him Spider range turn 1.
Right. The
He
A
got,
drop.
yeah. So you got that many Edgewise Spider-Man, so that don't even narrow it down.
Right.
So and then he leveled up to 6'8", and he still got that clone around power.
Yeah. And that which makes him a problem because he's got a lot of utility
Right.
on when he wants to choose what he clones into.
I think when we talk about Spider-Man, we have to start with plot twist. I think
Right.
That their strength by far.
Yeah.
I mean, they got great support here, but let's start with the plot twist. So 4 of
Spider friends, so that keep him from getting struck. Utility pelt's always good if you got equipment.
So you play Spider-Man in this event. Mm-hmm. So what's your thought on not playing that +1 draw card?
You always should play that card because it gets you it can help you win fights and it can draw you into the card that you.
So I think what I'm thinking is if he don't put that Spider-Man and Vincent in his deck,
right,
he don't play the 4 extra Scarlet Spiders.
Right.
Or
right.
even he got 7 power-ups in
right.
here.
So that's where you would have found your utility to add that in there.
Yeah, I think you played that. You had to play that as well. Especially your MC always got more defense than attack because to play that plot twist, your MC have to have more defense than attack. Right. Yeah, so
and that's the problem with the better safe than sorry though, because you're effectively surviving in combat, but you're not striking back.
Yeah, so that should never be played above the This is the champ's opinion.
Yeah,
I kind of agree with him, but who listening to me? I'm just a judge.
Well, because my thought would be,
if
you got the clone pile, and I'm looking at what's in his piles, he is more than likely going to get to a point where he puts ferocious on his main.
Right.
And if you're taking points away from your attack to survive combats, your ferocious is nullified. Because you're not going to be getting the strikes that you need. Now, you better off playing the Sin 6 one going the other way. So that you can always strike somebody out of the combat. And you're not going to be in trouble.
Right.
So this is good survivability, but it's just making the game go longer. And that's not always going to benefit you.
Is this a mono deck?
Spencer, yeah, those every character on there is a spider friend.
So, I mean... Yeah, I mean, every card is that's just So he could have Standing Gale unwavering,
unwavering,
or in good hands.
Right.
So I mean, in good hands is better than bad. If you're concerned about defensive, I would play in good hands over better than safe than sorry.
Right, because that it's just stopping the strike.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about because better safe than sorry is putting you in a situation where you're not able to strike back.
Right.
Good hands would say, I still keep my front.
Yeah.
But you can't strike me, no matter how many people are in the combat.
Right.
So yeah.
Let's go to equipment next. So, one side Lancer, one Widow. I don't think Widow needed for this deck because he's gonna have climbing. Sometimes instances 2 instances of climb.
Right.
But I mean, Widow's still good. He got the web sling in there, so I take that back. Spider Tracker, of course.
Yep.
And then Spider Cartridge. He got that. This is 0 attack. If you playing one Spider Cartridge, I think you got to play the freeze one.
Yeah, I think you got to play the freeze one too. And I think if your main has Spider in the name, you should be playing a minimum of 2 of them.
I mean,
up to 3.
You know what? You don't know what the deck think of? Make me think of your bud. Like, can I talk to him?
This
is the business and shit.
Because he was
can you hear me in there, Jamil?
He was playing the heck out of that. That's why I know some of the things that this deck would do.
Yeah.
This build isn't bad by any means. You know what I mean?
No, right? Yeah, it's still a good build. But like I said, I think that Vincent thing, like I said, throwing 7 power.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 7 more cards.
That's a lot of slots.
I don't think he used them power like 3 there, 4 Scarlet Spider because he can't even be played to the field.
Right.
Madam Web, of course.
Right. And I think the other miss is Like he's got some bangers and some characters in there, but he needs to get them. Search the Spider-Verse or whatever that card is to go and find the card that you need. Because then it's almost like you're really stacking. I could choose the keywords and abilities that I'm going to have on my main, and I could choose the character that I'm going to play next turn.
And like I said, I mean, with all these, every card down there got Spider on it. Why he not finding them in the spot? I don't think he played a lot of the. He played a couple of new Spider, but that plot twist Spider, you could get like why you got one of the Spider-Man?
Yeah, it should be more than one.
Or you play Iron Fist. Like Iron Fist, we talked about this in your deck, but we'll get there. Iron Fist may have been a bad play, but
right.
Still a good deck. I mean, I know he didn't get the time to practice run, so I know he did. He missing that a few times. Either after I beat him, you know somebody. I didn't have time to practice. Right. Oh, you got your ass beat. Let's go with one of those
two outcomes. Either one is okay, but
yeah. But to make you feel good, you can't say that to somebody. Make something just beat them. You don't want them to get mad. You want to cheer somebody else's death.
Right.
All right. So now we had Kayla, so let's go back to the record screen. 1 and 3 with the bye. So we all doing all the 1 and 3 guys. That me in there.
Guys and gals.
Guys and gals, yeah. Kayla, so Spider Woman 1 and 3.
Hold on, let's get to the penmanship. This looks nice. This looks nice.
Let's see. She lost a point. That's an important part.
I mean, there are no card numbers.
Right, but there's no character that called for a call number. Then I think that passed.
No, Magnum. No,
there is multiple Magnum. Yeah, you lost your point. There you go. So it's a 4 right now. You're a 4 right now. I know she did both the penmanship going to be on this and the miss deck because she said miss hand right and horrible. He probably would have got a 0. We give everybody a 1 through 5, but for you, Mix, I'm gonna do something special for you. Give you a 0.
A 0, bro.
But she did both deck lists. I mean, like I said, this she didn't get a -1 for that. I mean, she only got one number for. Well, you only playing one level,
right?
And then there'd be a second number here. But
see, that's judge talk. Yeah, that's judge talk.
That's judge talk. You only played one MC 007. What was level 2?
You know what she made.
Okay,
man.
All right, so let's get to the deck. Stay alert. That's the card we were talking about. Yeah. Great power, great responsibility. Definitely, yeah.
Yep, a good card, especially with her, because she would definitely be protected.
Widow was the only one, I guess, giving her climb would still be nice since you don't have it.
Right.
Because once you get big enough, getting climb, Daily Bugle on greens, yellows are for.
Yep. The yellows are for not else. Who she got? Madam Web.
Are these?
Oh, it's the new Madam Web. So Madam Web puts counters on all the Spider Friend characters.
Game Preserve for the pool, and then of course WoW for everybody. But this is an instant because they didn't stay good, so they just went. But I mean, both Madam gotta make. I mean, it's just this is just punching you in the face. Elsa clearing people, or your MC could get with Fearless and Lethal. I mean, that should be the only two you picking with most cases. Right. Green getting access to MC. I mean, all about getting access. Dust access to MC.
Spider Laird is a 3/5 on 3, and he can choose the day, so he takes the place of that one Spider Gear equipment.
And then, like I said, the call, like I said, or you could play it as a character if you want a live body on the field. Why? Who would know? But it can power up anybody too. And Magma is always good. So I think this is a good deck, but
it is for me. I probably because there's so much focus on protection. Obviously, because you were running the great power and great responsibilities to have that active. I probably would have tried to run some of the 1-drop spiders to give some keywords that would have benefited me. Like even if I went down on a Madam Web because there's so much protection in there and threw something in there that I don't know if it'd be wealthy or noble or something to make me even stronger. Ferocious, Ferocious would have been a doozy. Right. Especially because of all those power-ups.
Right.
And then maybe going down on one other thing to fit another one in because they're so well protected. But
I mean we know Miss built her deck.
Yeah.
But she probably, I don't know how much she got to practice with. That really easily would come down with her. She probably didn't get that much time with it. And
right.
I think it was so. Just to let people know, deck wise, there were only 3 decks that wasn't either Spider Friends team or Sins of 6 mains.
Right, that's true.
and I think we hit 2 of them already. Yeah, we hit one of them.
One
we
of
about
them.
to hit the second one shortly afterward with the 1 and 3 section. So
But yeah, good deck overall.
Yeah.
Probably could have, like I said, if I was looking at it thinking of how I would have played it, it would either been more equipment or even if we didn't put the equipment, leaving that
And I
in
think
there.
we talk about this all the time. Sometimes about how you feel about a deck
Yep.
when you build a deck. Like there's some cards, like I said, we could build this. We could have the same LC and build a different deck.
Exactly.
And like, okay, it's a good deck, but I wouldn't do that.
Right. Or I just wouldn't know how to play
Right,
it the right way,
right. So-
to win.
So yeah, so not saying none of it, but we just giving all opinions.
Right.
Since we got the video, we allowed to do that. if you think you won't, do your content for versus and come see us. All right, so now
Dun dun dun.
so the next person on the list who was 1 and 3 is this DR guy.
DR guy.
My first
he always talk about how he want to play in the main event.
I would've won it, but yeah.
And
So-
look at this
So
guy.
I think my issue was if you've been testing with me, I've been testing quite a bit with the team and some other people, but I haven't been using WandaVision. I've been using this version of this deck for so long. Like it do good against a lot of other things, but let's talk about the deck list first. My God,
He said 10 out of 10.
I would high five this guy. I mean, I sometimes. First of all, just I hate to be this dude, but as a human being, that's a sexy motherfucker.
that is a very attractive
I would
looking
kiss
person.
it. And then look at the deck. I mean, I would say 4.5 because everything is not lined up.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. We are gonna critique you. There's some missing lineups in there.
Like I said, I don't know if you try to update like a PDF out and try and line up. There's a lot of work. I didn't put in that much time. That's on me if I really meant it. So it's not a 5. It's not a 5. I gotta critique myself. It's not a 5. But man,
Where is the? Oh, he's in. Okay, it's in a different spot.
What?
So you got no. I would say where's Vision in the pile?
I did not put him. Yeah, he should have been on the side.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. So now, yeah.
See, that's
So
it.
now I got to lose a point.
Yeah,
So
lose a
yeah.
point.
So I'm 3.5 now. Yeah, man.
You swimming in Bam's waters.
But I'm 1 and 3. I'm right there.
Listen, he's that dude that showed up like, yeah, I'm clean. I know I'm gonna be clean. Whole back of his outfit messed up. You know what I'm saying? From the front, oh, you killing it. You get the back, whoa, sir.
Man, that shirt is fly. You gonna button the buttons evenly? Fuck.
All right, let's let the old mediocre list. We can talk about that if you want to, sir.
Oh, you got the perfect handwriting, but you know
You was so quick to print it off. Couldn't even add it.
But Kayla can't even put her second level. You don't even have. Well, who do she go get? I don't know.
I don't know.
You know?
They not here. You know?
So you know I gotta make excuses. That what we people do. That what us versus players do. Man, I had the deck list right, and then they rushed me to come play Clink on Wednesday.
Oh, is that?
And then when I went back, I forgot all about him.
Dang, dog. You know? Maybe he just need a whole extra day to get ready.
Regardless of the
You know?
excuses, you are 3.5.
You are.
Here, you know.
You accept that and move on.
All right, so WandaVision Scar, like I said, I've been testing this a lot, so I could talk about what my thought process. I mean, I practiced with I practiced against Sean. I had practiced with PJ with this for a few before. Probably at least 3 encouraging sins because none of these cards have been incurred. They've been, I mean, maybe some of the plot twists, but
and this is being frank. This is one of those decks similar to your Silver Surfer deck. Dave could work wonders with this deck, and then you put it in my hands, and it's fumbling. Like I was like, I don't even know what to do on these turns and things like that.
So I think when I built the deck, I like I said, all my deck I built back in October. I knew what I was gonna play. I built it on. Where I messed up was not know. I should have, if I thought more, I should have realized Spider Friend was gonna be here. I knew Spider Woman was a top MC.
Right.
I think we both agreed that the top. Not saying she can't be beat.
Right.
But if there was a one, like you know who the bad player, Jordan or LeBron, clearly is Jordan. Clearly,
Right.
You know.
Oh, here you go. I do not condone any of that. I will just let time tell the tale. Don't come for me in the comments.
But clearly,
he caught me just going, yeah, you're right.
No. But if they play 10 games, you know, LeBron may win too. You know, he could be beat, but
I would like a different metaphor. I don't have one. That is strictly a David D. Judge Robbins opinion.
But regardless,
Don't come for
you
me.
see, we haven't had that conversation, but okay. But regardless, so knowing that, I should have had some kind of defensive part. I found some way to put a defensive part twist in here, and that will hurt me. I mean, I want so going through my game. I go my game real quick, so that way we don't have to do. I played Bam first. He had a legal deck, but yeah, I mean, my deck on point. I'm just gonna. If you're not hitting me that hard, I could smash you. And then PJ came over with Dark Phoenix.
No. He had a Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman, yeah. So I got a chance. He won the dice roll. I got a slight chance. He drew his 7. He said, I'm losing.
Yeah. Spider-Woman says snap keep or player snap keeps, it's gonna be a rough day. Very rough day.
And no shit, there I was. And yeah, I got Sean round 3. Mm-hmm. He didn't keep it first, and he mulligan. But he had played the deck. He know how the deck works. So I went to go first. He had a mulligan. Okay, because actually in the room he said, "I'm playing OG Venom."
Right.
If you've been at any regional, you probably have seen the deck 5 or 6 times.
Right. And had trouble with it 5 or 6 times.
If everything going his way, he was. If it's a 50-50 game, he'll probably take it. But anything like a Spider-Woman matchup is just a bad matchup for him. But I see that's a terrible matchup for my deck. Mm-hmm. I could win, but it's a terrible matchup. So
yeah, because you start with 4 wounds until you get the hexes out.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'm like, turn 1, I had 2 blues and a red in my opening hand. So that usually enough for get a hex.
Yep.
Then get vision.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So turn 1, I'm gonna play this blue. I'm gonna play this blue from hand. Go get a hex. Stand together. Stand the who? Stand the what?
Stand the what?
I'm actually I'm gonna turn my deck over. Start looking like
it's gonna be one of those days.
I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Play your blue. You good? You play. I had a wild. Play your wild. Then play your wild. You got it. You got to play your wild. I didn't have no 1 drop. Pass. I'm good. 6 defense. I'm good. He got a 3/3. What that 3/3 gonna do? And I'm gonna play Hammerhead. Yeah. He got anything that looked like you know what I mean? Plot twists. If you got anything that shaded blue, he's going with Hammerhead. It's gonna stun. And a team attack too because you got the extra 3. I'm gonna play this Merc for money, so now I get a card.
Right.
Okay, we'll try again. We're gonna play a blue. Master, can I please flip this card and go look for a hex? Will you allow? I will allow, sir. Yeah, I get +1 attack on his turn. I would have loved for that to be a +1 defense.
Right.
I think that first stage on the Matterport hex should have been reversed, but But either way, then he played another. And then he had Hammerhead still out there. And I'm gonna hit, and I had no character play. I'm gonna hit you again. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now that's 2.
Oh, and my fault. And he had another 3rd character out there. I got this card that said not finished yet. Oh. And we're gonna hit you. And then he had the 4/4 one, and he powered him up.
Right. Yep.
And hit me again. I'm at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Next turn, I put some body up there. It didn't really matter.
Right. It didn't matter at that point.
So the cool thing I did, the last second change I made. So I got Jit in my deck. Was she get a wish power? So we added not finished yet to this deck. Like if I get this game going, I'm cool, but it was just too aggressive of a format. I kind of like how you was before, though, like we discussed. But I thought about this deck a lot. Anybody want opinions on it? But it do good when I test it against people. But just what this format was not it.
Right.
Maybe next. If there was a next incursion for this style format, it'd probably fall in there. So
yeah, and the tough thing with that matchup too is Killmonger even coming down doesn't even really do much for you because it's really just about getting those plot twists against that Venom matchup at least. But Killmonger usually does a lot of work in this too. But you think about it in that the matchup with Scarlet Witch too. Killmonger wouldn't have hit, just hits the cloning around. It doesn't get any of the actual powers that were on that card that are making it a problem. So,
but in the end, and then my last round was again, I had a buy. Did I play you buy? I said 3 games, right?
Yep. You talked about Bam. You talked about Sean. Who else did you play?
Oh, well, 1 and 3. Yeah, I lost to PJ.
Right, PJ.
I can just look at the bracket. Why am I'm using extra brain cells that I really don't have to use? Oh, not somehow I got matched up with Mitch. Yeah, that was a thing. How did I get matched up with Mitch?
I don't know.
In the 4th round, and he ended up being the top seed. They you know it's a bad day.
Shenanigans. Yeah, I don't know.
So clearly he got pared down to me.
Right.
Clearly.
Oh, he did say that he was gonna have to pare people down though.
Yeah, but that was in round 4.
Right. True that.
He came way down, like he came out his lane, like he was in the fast lane. You came all the way over here just to see me. Just to slow down.
I just want to see what y'all doing over. Oh, get away from me, little guy.
Hater of the year.
Hater of the year.
It's like, man, I can't take no chance of you getting to this X and 2, so we just gonna ice that here.
No, he come over there. He said, "Oh, I heard the judges in here. Let me go see what he talking about."
So he plays Sakura. You'll see. You probably see him if you haven't seen the court, and then We're definitely gonna talk about him. But yeah, he. So I got my hex. I was doing good, but he played a Leviathan that turned down a location. So he turned down a hex.
Yeah.
So when I did get visiting, he had 1 health, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Welcome home. Goodbye now.
Well, might as well say I call it a wasted red at that point.
Right. I mean, China, but yeah. I did get to copy his chakra and use the counter because I had a blue face up because I was already 2.
Right.
So I used the blue for Killmonger. I got the 2 Wasp tokens. His tokens are not in the side pile. They're just tokens.
Right. So he's able to create.
Yeah. Yeah, we were back to standing. So yeah, we're enough about me. We don't need to. I guess I had to talk a little more since I'm here, but yeah, we gotta save time for the championship. So, well, we knew this was gonna be longer. That's why we did it in 2 separate breakups, right?
That's right.
Back to deck list. So we in a 2 and 3 section. They were in one of these guys, and that one guy was. Well, technically, I was 2 and 3 if you count the buys as one.
We're not.
Okay.
Stop trying to reach for the highest station. Absolutely not.
I will not allow it.
I will not allow it.
So we got Jamal here. So
all right, now look at that.
Yeah. Shit pretty good. He got this thing was close. I mean, yeah, I mean everybody.
I mean, only because I know mine looks good. And there's more than one Doc Ock main character. I'm gonna take off the Sin 6 character.
But that, I mean, you can't.
You have to put Sin 6.
Yeah, that is part of Sin 6.
You know, I'm looking at me hunting.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Right. I wouldn't have got nobody out the way. You know, look them up for that. So.
I mean, he put what set they came from, so it's easy to go in there.
We did take a half point for not lining up. This man is not center with everybody else. So
but it's center. I guess so. Okay, you're right.
It's not a 5.
Right.
It's not like I would hang this deck list on my wall.
It's pretty close though.
Yeah, it's close. It's close. Yeah.
Right.
So, but like I said, if we gotta hold me to not lining up, then we gotta hold him.
Well, then I'm gonna take another half point off because all his 4s ain't the same. He got fancy 4s on the left. And
somebody else wrote this.
He definitely just.
So you're right.
Yeah.
The location messed up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great penmanship.
This is good penmanship. So,
and then it's like, no, I'm done with this.
Yeah,
I clocked out. Dude,
I'm at the end of my rope.
You didn't finish the location there. I clocked out already.
Right.
I had somebody else do that.
So we'll give him a strong 4. I say 4.
Well, Dawson man wrote this, you know, that Brother Lee could.
If Dawson wrote that'd be crazy.
No, Ralph is.
I see Dawson right there. Dawson wrote that.
No, so but either way, he's a 4.
He's a 4.
He's a 4. So Doc Ock, like I said, if you hear Jamal, you hear Doc Ock. He's one and the same. Power up there. I mean, unwavering loyalty is cold, bear, safety, and sorry for more attacks. Since the syndicate, stay aggressive.
Since the syndicate is a bad mofo. That card
so
is good.
Safety, sorry is no. Oh,
that's the defense to attack.
Yeah, the defensive. Yeah, okay, yeah, that move it
Your
up.
attack,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Stay aggressive. That he got. So he can only use this on one level, but he got enough characters that could take advantage of that.
Right.
And hallucination and gas. Like if you don't have to work around for that, with you know, we've been practicing with that. If you don't have to work around for that, that's a bad gas. I mean.
And he's running the Sinister package basically, so it's when you get into melee combat with his characters, he get negatives. He got the Green Goblin to double it. He's got the Doc Ock as the power ups. So
I'm interested to see how close this is to Vern list because he was the Doc Ock player, right?
Yeah.
So,
but Tombstone,
but it's still a good list. I mean,
yeah, the Tombstone has bulletproof, right? Or
we have to look it up, and I don't feel like it.
Okay, I think he does. But he had the Mysterio, so he could double his Sinister Six plot twist if he needed to play it as that. Chameleon, I know he had a big front and he was a low drop to get in there, but I hardly ever seen anybody using his red.
Oh yeah,
you know, because his red will like KO a wounded, or I don't know if it's wounded or stunned, whatever.
Yeah. I'm not looking up.
Yeah,
like I said, we doing this just be action.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. He may not know who he played during a recap or say the right game, but he should at least know his own deck list.
Right, exactly. So,
so that is Siobhan. Now, the defending champ. He went above 500, so he still held his own. So you know.
You keep on.
And he had to leave. He don't want to talk about the defending champ. There's no champ. There's only been me. So he stepped away for a second for a ring or something. But we're gonna bring up Sean's deck. He in the car. I know he can't type the message and say what's up. Oh man. I mean, I do like the way look at his eye on that midwinter.
Oh yeah, he's got hearts on his eyes. He got the snow clouds.
Okay, so he this way he loses a point. The date is the real Venom, but he don't have a main character.
Oh yeah, this is just amazing.
So he's not a main. So he loses a point.
He definitely has to lose a point for that. Unfortunately, we hate to do it to you, but that's coming out of it.
If you will put this here. And even if we missed it, well, we haven't been even talking about this box, but we care less. I don't even know why that box is even here for real. Just so you could, if you have hundreds of people, you can plant through it and find it. Like we're looking for the piece,
right? That's funny.
You even put Keeble on there. That's not even your first, the real Vern. Are you not the real Sean?
Listen, Upper Deck would have had hell to pay trying to pay this man if he wasn't somebody. Who are we playing? I think it's the real Venom. Like.
He played on a date, the real Venom? Okay. So, but his character, I mean, he got that together. Handwriting, though, I mean.
Yeah.
So he was down to 4. I mean, missing the main. Actually, that's point
like,
and a half.
You can't be.
You can't miss the main character slot. Right. I mean, it's. There's no excuse. You can't allow it. So
then he lose another half point because no totals in each column.
Oh shit.
Yeah. We might be right. We might be coming up on our first 2, ladies and gentlemen.
We had a 1.5.
Oh, that's true.
But it would still be our first 2. You're right.
Yeah.
And not the lowest, but
it's getting tight in here.
Man, if I got to check, I got to add all these numbers up. I think there's a hair on the scanner too. Is that on the list? No, that was on the scanner. Okay,
was that on the list? Oh, so now we got artificial. He over here making it look worse than it is.
Okay,
dang.
So it's a 2, man. I mean, and these like 2 different people wrote this, don't it? Like really contract and the Chimichanga. He probably didn't know how to spell. Like, I'm just gonna make it look like words. People figure it out and stuff. I don't feel like finding how to spell this. Oh, even this Academy and Fist Tower.
Like, yo, he's in his. Is that chimichurri?
You know what we haven't been talking about? We'll probably get to it at the top end. What should have been and probably got incurred if it was a real thing. But I don't think that much we could talk about this deck. I mean, it been run proof. It been proof. It had made top cuts in events. It's a real thing.
Right.
I mean,
right.
He probably could run this in his sleep.
Yeah. And it only got stronger with the stuff that
he's
came out.
He's still above 500, so he's still respectable after coming off the championship.
Right.
You know, could be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true.
So yeah, we know you driving. He's still the man. I mean, we hate to give you the 2 on the looks, but nobody grade deck list like this. But this is the first time. I think this is the first time we did somebody doing this.
Yeah, I've never.
Because usually they go to upper decks. So usually and nobody has got the time to do dumb shit like
That's
this.
true. That is true.
And we haven't even got to we're gonna wait till the hour mark. We're gonna move on.
Right.
We giving time. You know how the comedian, the main comedian have his show, and
Oh,
then
right.
you
And then
you have the other people for like, who is this guy? Did they just pull that comedian from the audience?
So y'all Ashley Larry and I, Dave Chappelle. I got it.
Give you time that everybody said, go get your mandatory 2 minimum drinks.
Right. So work them up. So
Okay, so and finally, right on the outside looking in,
Burnley, YBT.
So 6 through 4 all had the same record. I mean, yeah, I hate he got the bye, but he can't. But he lost that first round, got the bye. But they were pretty much 3 and 2. They all had the same record, so it was tiebreakers.
Big Shrine. Vern probably has the most aliases in verses.
Right.
Period. So
Okay, so they're gonna talk about their deck. So, but we still have to do it. So. You ain't playing one MC, huh? You just doing level 1. That's the thing. Is that what we
you
agreed
just
on?
want to take all right? Yeah. So you just take your half point off everybody.
I'm not taking the half point.
Okay.
Let's see where the rest going. But
Okay.
That's more of a shit talking.
I was gonna say he's getting
That's
us.
just more shit talking.
He's getting us.
But
all right.
His character's good.
We got card numbers in there.
Yeah.
We got totals. All his fours match, Jamar. You know what I mean?
I mean, the handwriting is, that was, if he loses, this might be a 4.
Yeah, because it's neat, but it's like there is some sketchiness around some of the areas.
4 3.5. Don't want to put him above me. I mean, he still be above me 3.5. He'd be like 3.65.
I mean, you missed the whole character, so he has to be above you.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He's still. I like I said, I want. The handwriting, like I said, some of these, like,
it's like, what's funny? Something just makes you uneasy about it. It's not that it's not legible. I could read it just fine. It's just something tells me you was in a rush.
You didn't want somebody coming over the show like, I don't want to see my list.
I want you to take your time when you curate the list, But,
so, like I said, a higher 3.5, he would definitely be above me without a doubt. But,
so you get it. So.
Is this very similar? Let's look at him compared to.
It is. He's got only one lizard. He's got the 4 Doc Ock power.
I got the.
Oh, so what he did was he went all in on the Doc Ock power ups.
Yeah, right.
So he went with 7.
They both had 12. Okay,
yeah.
Plot twist wise, Stay Alert sends a 6. Yeah, they all had a 17. Yeah, they did the 17. They did a 30. So it gives a couple different characters.
Yeah.
Well,
so Vern had more power ups, but it makes sense because Doc Ock has super strength.
Right.
And
so they said Scorpion. Let's see.
Yeah, he had Scorpion.
Yeah, he had both Doc Ock, right?
Yeah.
Green Goblin.
Shocker's good too. Yeah, but they just had various different numbers of a lot of the same characters. So.
Right. So I mean, but Doc Ock was a good. That's
definitely a great choice.
The Spider Friends. The Spider Friend and the Syndicate just got so many that platform package they got just so good.
Yep.
That would make Shocker so good.
Yep. But yeah, I think Vern cut the chameleons to go in on the Doc Ock power ups, which makes sense, and he cut a lizard for that too.
All right, so the top 4, we're gonna go in order by. So I mean, actually, technically PJ and Dawson had the same,
right?
But since he was a lower seed coming in, we're gonna put him in, and he didn't get to play the champ in the top 4. You know, so he would be the. We have our second Spider Woman. Are you on the phone doing the cast?
Oh no! Hey, the Bills game started. Now I just got to stay up to date.
You right. My bad. You so.
No, I'm sacrificing for the community, but it's all right.
The final midwinter incursion.
So
1 MC, but like I said, well, apparently we're not holding that against.
Holding that against people.
Okay.
There are no card numbers, so you got to take something off. Unless there's more than one. Yeah. But
he got the Manuel, probably. He got the Havoc. Or Daredevil, man. That's a star.
Well, yeah, that's a little
They're
wild.
like this man is chasing this man.
Now this is This I believe Dawson filled this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man of Ghost Rider. He got a number.
Scarlet Witch. He that's supposed to say Defenders on the end.
Yeah. And he had the nerve to try to put the number. All right,
Had the nerve.
All right, plot. Yeah, they okay. So some of these locations, like, man, just because you know the car. If I didn't know the car, I was like, what equipment is this?
He put a cursive P down there for Spider Hole. That's Isosphere.
Spider Tracer.
Spider Tracer. So I feel less uneasy when reading Verns now after seeing Dawson.
I mean, but he hit everything else, so he hit the judge criteria, so you're not missing it. It's just handwrite take him down to 3 point. Do it. Handwrite.
I think he's
and he got a scratch out.
Yeah, that's
and
a 3.
And he didn't total.
So
okay, so he do hit the judge. He didn't hit it because he don't got the totals in the thing. I would have to physically go
and count them up. So that's extra work for the judge.
He in the same boat as me and Vernon at 3.5, but he between us.
Okay.
Like if they were like, there's a tier list, it'd be Vern, it'd be Dawson, it'd be me.
Yeah, okay. I can get with that so far, yep.
Okay, now let's look at the deck list. Spider-Friend, start with plot twist.
Yep.
Spider-Friend, stay alert.
So he's getting his card draw.
Safety, sorry, you got 3 of the great power, great, and you I mean, he got 2 locations, go and look for them. Right. I was about Isosphere, don't see enough thing.
Because that's not incurring. That definitely is a.
I think Vicky had a bad rated one Spider-Woman, and both of the Spider-Women did have Vicky Hand.
Right.
Getting that unlimited green on attack and defense, that's just a counter.
Yep.
Count. Or you can make it +4 just without.
It made it so it was something you had to deal with. So that's definitely
great.
There was
a lot more great than PJ built this one. With it. You didn't get played against this, right?
I did not.
You would have beat it though.
I'm pretty sure I would have. Never say never, but
right.
I'm pretty sure. That
just,
got good.
Just like I would never say LeBron would never beat Jordan.
See,
but
back to this again. Hold on. Disclaimers. The copyrighted material. No, let me stop. But Charlie's a good addition to make use of the greens if you got Vicky going off for you.
Madam Web with another boost. I have. Oh, this is the old man one.
Yeah, the old one.
Okay, yeah.
But that's the thing. It bumps up your main, but there's no one else that's really benefiting from that.
I understand why he got Havoc in there because every time she's using that superpower, she getting another +1 on him. It's just. But
is it enough?
I know I'm not a woman, but can something be too big?
Well, he put negatives when they use one on too, right?
Yeah.
So
okay,
I guess that's a good one.
Yeah, if you're gonna get us by the mirror match,
right.
Yeah, mirror match. So
I think that's what he did. He geared for the mirror match hard.
Yeah.
And
Daredevil, of course, they said pumps. Mr. X.
That's actually a good card.
Right. Yeah. Silver Samurai.
Yep, to pull.
So like I said, we talk about Web Single a lot, and especially if you're not playing, the horse.
A horse, yeah.
Widow. I still think Iron Fist is a better play than Web Slinger.
Because and this is what we were breaking it down to, like Web Slinger does what Cap does, and you're still spending the red for it to get it out if he's already shot his web loader. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just you get to put them wherever you want. So instead of the 3-2-1, it's you could do one, but they have to be in the row. So that limitation is a problem too, because generally it's somebody protecting a character that you're trying to get to. Right. So like if you threw Cap, you can get that Vicky in the back, and you can get Madam Web, and then put an egg on the person in front and not have to do anything. With the gunslinger or web slinger, you shoot, and then it's only the people in that row.
You get the free -6,
right?
But you're paying for anything after that,
right? But it's only in their row.
Yeah, right,
so if I can't put it on the people behind you, and I don't have enough attacks to clear to make it.
And I think he got enough up in the deck to neutralize the mirror match. So I still like Iron Fist better there.
Yeah,
because then you can, if you trade with Iron Fist and with Spider-Woman, next turn you put Iron Fist in the back, let him get his chi counter.
Right.
He coming back up next turn, and then he because that should be game ending at that point.
So you got 2 stuns, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And then I think this Scarlet Witch is a great addition to the mirror match. Absolutely. If you can keep down for.
Because that'd be the biggest problem. Like I'm way bigger than you.
I think that would end up screwing him in the top 4. If he got this out on Shock World, because that would Mitch would worry about so
right. But yeah, Scarlet Witch is some great tech in the deck for sure.
Like I said, we said that. So everything else is good. Missing numbers, we still got in the 3.
I would go some more equipment. Like the freeze equipment to me has to be in there.
Yeah, that and like I would take that over the Isosphere.
Yeah.
Because like I said,
It's
I mean, I
utility.
guess you put that on another character, but why? You know, I just think that would be bad. Like I said, just that web sling. I think anything.
But with this deck composition,
Yeah.
he doesn't have any other spider friends, so I can understand why, other than Web Slinger, that he can equip it to in early game.
Right.
Madam Web, but she's not attacking. You could use her utility to.
And I think he got too much high. I think I like these high end choices, but and then Silver Samurai. I think you don't need Silver Samurai Zone. I don't think you need that much high end with this deck because Spider Woman doing all work. Like I had built this deck, which is all one drop.
Right.
It felt like I was on top of the world. So I think he just got. I think like the Silver Samurai should have been the highest he went.
Right.
Maybe an Iron Fist, but I don't think you need Ghost Riders.
Yep.
I'm interested to see even how much played. I think I seen Zone hit the field once, right? I walked past, but I'm interested to see how much played these top end characters even got or how impactful.
Because I would think that you have the one drop Osborne Spider Friend to give yourself wealthy if you want to get you almost need a mini rent. So on team he could have had Sable in the back protected and Osborne. That's jumping you up too.
That way,
then.
Because the thing, my thought was when I built this deck and when I first came out, like if I got Vicky Hand, Maddenwell, and a special one, you're gonna have to pick your poison,
right?
But you're gonna go after my Harry Osborn and leave Vicky Hand out there,
right? So,
and for Peaks, I'm not gonna say this again, but Vicky Hand have agent.
Yes, Vicky Hand has agent.
Okay.
That is a great ability on a card.
Okay, so speaking of PJ, hi PJ. Buckeye.
That guy from Buckeye.
Enough. So Dawson went 3-2. He was the lowest seed by record, and then the rest were all 4-1. I think this was like a circle beating.
Yeah.
Like,
so in Swiss,
you beat PJ.
No.
No. You beat.
I beat PJ.
Did PJ beat Mitch?
PJ beat Mitch.
And
Mitch beat me.
Yeah. So like I said, it was so. Yeah. As some would say, don't quote me on this. That was a triangle beat off.
Again, I am not associated with the thoughts and verbs being used by David D. Judge Robin. I have nothing to do with that.
I mean, I wasn't in it, but that's why I heard.
I didn't coin the phrase. That thought didn't cross my mind. I just thought we was in the versus tournament and we played some games. People won and lost.
All right, so PJ.
Let's get to his deck list.
I had to make sure the sound was all like, oh man, if we did all this no sound over.
That would be hilarious.
Nobody even chatting. I know we got viewers popping in and out, but
is he somewhere on this?
Yeah, he told us to talk that way. I forgot, but
there you go.
Okay, yeah, he definitely losing the point.
He's definitely losing the point.
Oh no, he got the letter. He got the letters.
Oh, the PNY. Okay.
He got this hand right now. You didn't want to have Alex write your deck.
Right.
He even got the number for the plot twist.
Listen, I respect PJ because he's like, everybody know who I am. I'm putting my initials down. I'm not even putting my name.
Right. Had anybody ever called him by his name ever?
Never. But still.
What Peter James?
But you still put your last name down. I don't know.
Yeah, PJF.
Like, that sounds like one of the references for AEW. Okay, yeah. So
PJ MJF actually brothers. Y'all probably don't know that. MJF and PJF.
Inspiration for the decks came through that. So
MJF and PJF.
PJF.
Brothers. What the last name? F.
That's hilarious.
Do you lose? We get up there. You thought Kiba ain't getting no money,
right?
Who is
this sending this to? So, I mean, you still got to fill out the other thing, but still. But that's funny. And I don't know, PJ. I don't know if you thought we was in November or if you thought we was in February already. Respect if you did. Black History Month.
He said 112. I like, he had 24. He's like, no, I had 25. Like, man.
Oh, okay. So
like I can see the past. I mean, we all in a different time zone that's in the past, but.
All right, so there's a little bit 0.5 for the scribble because anyone with a scribble on it, you got to take the 0.5. There's no dash in the Spider Woman. Woman's supposed to have a dash.
So I mean, he got a bunch of little stuff, nothing like
nothing crazy.
The only thing I just don't dislike the most, if I had to say anything, would be I hate the way he got the order going from the lowest up.
Oh, okay, but that's personal preference. So yeah.
Personal as the only human being alive to ever do that.
You're right. So he even said something about that too. He's like, I think I wrote this in the reverse order.
I mean, we had did a couple deck lists today.
Yeah. You are PJ. You stand alone in this one. I'm
But is he still the handwriting? Is this a 3.5 handwriting thing like Vern?
I don't know. I think
he tied with Vern. Did we get Vern back out to look at this?
Let's see. Yeah.
I know people are like, why are they grading handwriting? Because we can. Why do people do whatever? Because they can.
Because they can. Well, Vern's got his whole name. I don't think they can be equal.
But they in the same point system. But is he? So he below Vern, but above Dawson.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
So me, Dawson, PJ, Vern.
And that was from lowest to highest. In case y'all didn't know, we didn't write it the way PJ wrote it.
PJ like I did it.
That was from lowest to highest.
Okay.
And remember, Dave is a low 3.5, and it was tight.
Right.
So you got to work hard to make that happen.
Similar to how LeBron behind Michael Jordan.
And again, I must stress, not that I don't feel that way, but I haven't expressed that view.
Okay, so let's look at. Well, I'll start with a plot twist. Mm-hmm. Stay alert.
Spider Friends, and Utility Belt.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, if you try to limit the plot twist, these are the ones you want.
Right, because he went more character heavy.
Right, Spider Tracer, yeah,
that's the one you need to close out a game. And then
so he had two big ones.
Jean Grey and Zorn.
Yeah, because this is a power. So
right. But we know why.
Magma was good. Banshee, I think, was a good addition against a mirror match thing. You know, they had different tech for the mirror match.
Right.
And he had Gorgon.
Mm-hmm. Gorgon is a good tech for sure because it will always give you the advantage if you needed it in the mirror. Black Widow's always a strong card, so he was good on the low drops.
Right. But like I said, Spider Woman is such. I think when I said at the beginning that Spider Woman was the top MC, I think you could build a deck so many different ways, and they all right. Right. You had to go out your way to make the deck wrong. I mean, Kayla was 1 and 3, and not like it's a bad Spider Woman deck.
Right.
It's just he probably ran into the wrong people in the wrong corners.
Right.
I mean that in the nicest way possible. I don't want
That's a fact.
Who ran into
who
my
you been
girl?
meeting? Like, she just left to go get milk. Where's she going? Right. But no, that's a fact. It is. We always talk about that too. It's about the matchups. You know what I mean? But,
like if I would build a Spider Woman deck, it wouldn't look like none of these 3 decks.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure. And he would look like none of all 4 decks.
Right. But that Jean Grey is a good addition.
And like Michael Jordan, LeBron, like he going out his way to bring that up now. All right, finally, Mitch. So basically, we going through our last loser.
Well, when you put it that way,
you're out of line,
right?
But you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
4-1. We already talked about the triangle jerk.
Again, at this point, I don't have to say it. But anything wild that said, David feels that way alone.
Even if it come out my mouth.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So, we gotta go back to the deck list.
Yeah. I was about to say, well, I'm gonna click. Sometimes I be zoning out. When you get married, you know how you essentially do things your wife do. That's how she zone out. Like, man, I would love some Garrett popcorn right now.
Right.
So we should have said it beforehand how Saturday started. We woke up like if we end by 4, we leaving today so we could get the Garrett popcorn.
If you haven't had the Garrett popcorn, it's life changing.
And them Toll Wars are some motherfuckers in there.
Oh yeah, we had a whole story behind that. But.
Okay, so he lost his point already.
Yeah.
Which is he don't have. They're more than one Taskmaster. They're more than one Green Goblin.
Yeah.
He got the one Mary Walker, but and then the me token. Yeah. I mean, he didn't have to put them, but they here. Yeah.
And the handwriting was by, I believe Caleb wrote his too. So
yeah. So he
good. Totals there, everything looking good.
I mean,
so I wasn't familiar with this main character at all.
We still degrading.
Okay.
I mean, is the S and H both capitalized?
Well, they are. So that threw me off a little bit. So it's like, it's a hard SH in case y'all were wondering what you pronounced that.
And she got another H here.
Right.
So
that is definitely throwing off
Is this the highest 3.5? I don't think we have no 4s. Well, we haven't got to your list yet.
All right, which is a perfect 5, but I'll digress. Anyway, but yeah. Well, but she lost the points for not having the card numbers.
That's a point. That's a whole point. Yeah,
right, a whole point. And then
0.5
for the SH.
I mean,
and then
the alignment is not that bad. I mean, I would say I have seen worse. I still think it's the high at 3.5.
Yeah, I'd say that for sure.
Yeah. It may be a 4. It's like it's
closer to a 4.
If you told me, yeah, let's make this a 4, I wouldn't argue with you.
Right. But
I do want to just give it a 4.
No.
Okay, 3.5 it is. I do not console this.
Spoken like a true hater. We haven't seen by yet. I might need that 4 spot to stay on top.
And I drink from this bottle of water that I'm sure somebody has spit in. I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate you. But everything bad in the world happened to you.
There's absolutely not. And kudos for it. There was a lot of words that had to be written there too, and they're all very legible.
Okay, so
but yeah.
So but deck list wise, I mean, Mitch always make great decks. I haven't seen a deck that Mitch made like, oh man, what were you thinking?
Yeah, or I know exactly what I would have changed or anything. Like I said, I wasn't familiar with this main character at all, because I didn't get my crossover 6 box until I came out here on Wednesday. But
until I sent the woman to go get him from the airport,
which I was grateful for, you know.
Well, you got me next time. Just in case he accidentally listened to this, like I'm just gonna be a regular day. Oh, so I'm just that woman now.
Yeah, huh? I had to do that. So.
All right, but
yeah, I mean, it was a lot of good negative makers in there, or it's basically all about negative counters, and those characters got.
Why don't more people play Taskmaster?
I don't know, because it's a good card. It's definitely a good card. Maybe the 1 health steers them off, but the upside is so strong if you are facing a board that's giving you a lot of trouble. The keywords that he takes can.
I mean, imagine a mirror. This in a mirror with like in a Spider Woman mirror.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got Madam Web. I got 2 Madam Webs.
Right. So that would be a great addition. I think the Hulklings are good too. He always runs Hulklings to my knowledge.
That is great. Like I said, that way, if there's something to get out of control, I could solve my support character problem.
Right. Exactly. So.
But last but not least, we'll probably talk this. We play on commentating your final match.
Yeah, so
depending how the Bills game go.
Right.
Where are we at with the Bill game? I think
they're losing. It's 7-3.
Okay.
Broncos are up. It's still first quarter though, so.
Okay. No, I understand. Yeah, we're getting ready to play some games and watch that, but we just want to. Okay, so finally.
Dun 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 dun.
I think this like where they start like if we Chicago we start playing the Run Under the Blue. The lights go out. I guess I've had no light effects or nothing. They go down the street.
Let's go. The best one list to rule them all.
Okay,
one list to rule them all.
Okay, let me find the errors.
Yeah, I was saying you gonna find something.
Let me get my magnifying glass.
One list to rule them all. 4th is all the same way.
I mean, there's somebody else named Tim Kennedy.
Hey. He got an I in his name.
Right, yeah.
Listen, he didn't even spell my name right in the chat log thing. He got Tavon in there, which is the inside joke, you know. But I think you got to dig hard to find something wrong with that one.
Chosen ones, you got the numbers. Yeah.
Written in impact. You know what I'm saying?
On some of the plot twists. You didn't go to other one, but you're like, you know what? I'm tired. But
At that point, I ran out of space. I didn't want to sacrifice.
Cartridge. He got even got the cool arrow. I mean, that is a nice looking arrow. Like this is going to this call. Most people wouldn't even put the arrow. They just put it below. But this go to this arrow right
I didn't want y'all to get confused about that. You know.
I'm about to add up the numbers just to make sure.
No, hey, don't be critiquing me extra.
You got 61 cards in your deck.
Nully boy. No. Hey, get that list off the screen real quick. You know.
Let's talk about the game.
Let's get to the game.
I put all the decks. What Tevin deck was
that? Man, this joker here.
But no, there's 60 cards there. That was just a joke.
Yeah. But I'll let you judge it. You know, obviously I don't want to give my input on it, but It's looking pretty damn good to me.
This indent. But as it said,
He said, "Look at this indent."
but because the champ, it's a 5. I mean,
Yeah, baby.
I guess. I mean, if I gotta say, you look good, you feel good,
You play good. You
Right.
know what I'm
Your
saying?
dick look.
We starting off with a successful day right there.
I mean,
when you look like that.
I didn't hear much from Peter, but I didn't hear Peter like, this is some nice hair right there.
Yeah. Well, Peter was hating though, so you know. But you know, I have to say, all my spiders got the dashes in there like they supposed to be.
Okay, so while we here, we're not going. So we gave it 5. So let's talk about. So what got you to deck? So like I said.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about how. So I want to give my input because I won't be saying much for it. Tevin is a busy man.
Right.
I mean, to make that type of money, you can't have the time to spend on a smaller smoke. But when he able to squeeze me in, I'm like, you ready to do some tests? Okay, yeah. After Crossover 6 came out, you ready to do some tests? Yeah. So the first words that come out of his mouth like, hey, what your opinion on the 3 men, the Scarlet Spider-Man with the clone pal?
Mm-hmm.
He's not Ezekiel,
right?
And then it just clicked in his head like he is not Ezekiel. That absolutely a correct statement.
That's right.
I apologize for even bringing this up.
Yeah.
We discussed that no farther.
Right. It was over. That was fun. And that was 2 weeks before Midwinter, where I actually my schedule had slowed down. I was like, let me get into building mode, stuff like that. I talked to Dave because I test a lot with Jamil. And he was on that Scarlet Spider cloning pile stuff. And I was like, Dave, you think we can make that work? And he said, well, the first question I would have to ask you is why it's not Ezekiel? And I said, oh, never mind. I said, yeah, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go and make this deck right now.
I was getting ready to go to bed, but now,
I'm
wide open. Like,
yeah, because I've been on the Ezekiel train with Dave for a while trying to make that. Well, I say try to make it work. Try to make it work for me, a version of the deck that I could work with.
I think now with so much tools, because when I played Ezekiel, I always played him in limited format, so I can't have all his tools. But now with the new tools he got, I'm like, I didn't want to build a deck because I didn't want to influence when Tevin built his and my input. Be like, this, what I would have done, like back in my day when we, walked 10 miles uphill, So,
and this is the version of the deck that it evolved into. So there was 3 versions. The first version was focusing on characters with the name Spider and Madam Web because she would pump everybody, the old Madam Web. And what I found was I was including cards that didn't need to be in the deck ever, because if the game was going the way it's supposed to, you should never be getting to this 9 or this whatever.
Yeah, he had the Rex in there. Yeah, the car. He had the Rex, the car.
Yeah, all that stuff. I was sacrificing good cards just trying to make the Spider keep the Spider name work. So that didn't work. And then it was like about trying to find the right numbers of characters, but I was still thinking more character focused and not, again, I hadn't seen Crossover 6 and I wasn't like really looking at all the stuff that had come out. Like I knew about some of the one of a kind stuff, but
I think the issue because he was waiting for Team Apex recap of the Crossover 6 and never got it. So
y'all failed me, Team Apex. I'd be having to hear those reviews now.
He had Burt and Mr. Ben, but he needed the complete package.
Right, before I can make my judgment on the cards.
But we had to just almost like playing without sleep. Like I hate to do it, but I have to. I have to do it without the recap.
That's right. But the equipment is when I started focusing in on equipment. I was like, oh, it makes sense to make more equipment. And this really was one of those decks where it's like, what can you cut? Because I think before I made the version 3, I was like, if I could have all the cards that I wanted in this deck, it would be 94 cards. Or it was a high number. So it was like, all right, now you're getting down. What is utility? What can you use? Things like that. Because like I had all of the one-of-a-kind Spider-Mans because, one's got bulletproof and one has stealth. But at the end of the day, Ezekiel is the main where you're not really wasting your recruit points because he has wealthy on him. And Dave had put me onto this a while ago. He's like, do you plan on leveling with Ezekiel? Yes. Then why would you ever run a 1-drop? You would never run a 1-drop because you're always gonna, put down a resource, and you need to be getting your resources up for his level 2 to play off.
About the deck, right?
Mm-hmm. So I was like, knowing that, we start with 2 drops. Hornet, got a bigger butt, 1/6. He could turn on any of the spider gear if I need to do it early in a defensive situation, and he's getting me that first XP that I need, and he's got wings. Deathblock, if I'm fighting evil characters, can freeze him if I need to, but he's a 3/3/2 health, and that's important, right?
I think
With range.
the 2 health is like, if the 2 drops stay around, then you can make big attacks, yeah.
Yep, so he's got 2 health. The Sakura Spider, one of a kind, I actually seen her in 2 of my games. She ended up being important in the last game, but first attack, you spend the green, she gets 3 counters. She's got 2 health, and she has Spider in her name, which is important. Web Weaver, way to get the specialized web cartridge or the Spider Idol if I need it for the red, and it's still equip it for free. So, didn't need to rely on that too much.
Widow.
Yep.
And since it still costs it's free by itself.
So that comes out too. Well, no, Widow doesn't have
the
spider gear on it. Yeah, that one had to say spider gear on it. Yep. So she could get the idol or the cartridge, but find there. Black Widow, great card, right? It makes it so that in the matchups when you're fighting Spider Woman, when she's swinging in, you can daze her out of it after she spends to power up or get her counters or whatever that's going to be, or anybody with.
Or if you need to get the back row people to get rid of their,
You take the fronts down. Silver Sable, I think, was the unsung hero because people weren't checking for her, and she's making everything cost even less. So she was someone where, like, if I lost wealthy or I wasn't hitting my loc drops, she would help me still make sure I could level because she makes all my good characters and equipment cost 1 less. The Spider Woman's, because you already know, it's a great card. She got wings, 2 health. And she's got the spider sense to kick her butt up. And then Spider Laird, that's the reason I didn't put the other specialized web cartridges in there that dazes, is because he can daze when he shoots. 3/5, 1 health, one of a kind, but if he hits you, he can choose to daze
also
you. Right, so that's like the 4 that can daze. He can do it without spending a loc on it. Captain America, you all know why he's in there. He gets busy with that shield throw. 2 health as well. 4/5 ain't bad. Now Spider UK, she has wings. She only has 1 health. She's a 5/6 with wings.
She drank a Red Bull before the deck.
Basically, she took a Red Bull and said, "Put me in the game, coach. I'm really good and I'm new." So I probably played her once, but it was because she was the only thing in my hand. There was reason why she was in there is because she has the name Spider, and she had wings. Her ability was okay, but I don't even think I packed the blues in there for it, other than Daily Bugle. Spider Ham, great card for this deck. So there were situations where I was playing games where I was willingly taking a wound because Spider Ham says you pay 1 less for him for each wound on your MC. He only costs 5, and I have wealthy. So if I take a wound, I can get him out on 3. And he's a 7/7. And as everyone has heard me say, his keyword is you got to say porky, pickety, poop, something.
Oh, we will find that. Well,
I had said it in every match. So sometimes twice. I'm sure you heard it on the stream. But
if you watch the stream, you could find it in the same channel. But
that's my slogan for Midwinter. Yeah, what is it? Porky, pickety, poo, oinkety, squealy, snorteroo. PJ almost had an aneurysm listening to me say that when I was playing in my one match, and then he had to listen to me hear it say it again to save that character. But so it's got resilience. It's a 7. It comes out good. Night Spider, one of a kind, has thief and thief and stealth. So she can come down and get to the back row, help clear it out. And then you got the top end, Iron Fist, needs no introduction. That chi counter can make sure you guarantee the stun with the strike. And then the Spider-Man comes in face down. When he turns face up, look at your opponent's hand and make them discard a card. He's a 9/9.
You actually use that power.
Yeah, if you remember to use the power. He's a 9/9 with range. So big body, range if I need to team shoot. And he can help you get hand knowledge and disrupt your opponent's plans.
All right, so we talk about a plot twist, but we'll do it. We'll get to the game. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out because we got a Bills game going on.
Yeah,
down the deckers, I will be posting them by the end of the day, so you will see them. We'll talk about card curve. We maybe do that some other time. We had a lot of benches not gonna happen. We're gonna talk about games.
Right. So game 1, I played Vern. Vern was on Doc Ock. And I asked Vern, I said, Vern, I played you in the last event I was in, and you kicked my butt. I had a shaky game. I was like, you got to make this, I need a good start. And he said he's going to do his best to not give me a good start. He said he can't control that, but we was going to play. So That game, Doc Ock is a problem because he can spend the yellows and he can force you to enter into combat with them. And, on that front row, he's a menace with that super strength and things like that. But he does get nullified. I was kicking myself for not including all the specialized web cartridges because one of them is a guaranteed stun on Doc Ock. So obviously I didn't think that far ahead. But turn 1, I believe I went first, or even if I didn't, I was able to play Hornet, and then I had a utility belt, and I got the specialized web cartridge.
Let me show this up. It's got mixed with the gold. We don't want that.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Turn 1, I got the utility belt, and I got the specialized web cartridge that freezes, and I froze Doc Ock for the next 6 turns. So he couldn't level because he couldn't actively go into combat with me. He wasn't getting the yellows, so he couldn't activate the one you were forced me to fight him. And we were able to safely shoot him as I built my board. I leveled, put the counters on, and we were able to win that match. So he really got nullified from the equipment, freezing him, and then for me just being able to have the board to outlast him because I don't think he got all the characters he wanted to see or the Lokes. So we were able to win that one.
So just to let y'all know, on the Broncos at the Bills.
Yeah.
Watch that on Paramount Plus.
Watch that on Paramount Plus, baby. So round 2, I played Theo. Didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I played Theo, and Theo had the singularity. Now, funny thing is, Theo said, I don't think I'm going to win any games. I'm going to have, I'm just here to have fun. And I'm like, yeah, but, any deck can win on any deck. Theo put 3 wounds on me with the quickness because he played, he had singularity. He played Carnage. We went to swing in on him. I played Deathlock. So Deathlock and my main went to swing in on his singularity, and he played that. You wouldn't like me from angry and went to 6 on the butt. I didn't have a plot twist to pump. He goes his next turn, plays Megan, and has the Loke. So now he gets 5 counters, and because she had a counter on her already, and now he's shooting Ezekiel for 6 or 7. So I was like, holy crap! This is gonna be a problem. I ended up getting a Sonic Blaster to get the counters off of his main, and then we were able to not miss a drop for XP, level up, and then start putting counters on the characters so that we could be bigger than what he had. He had an Ironheart as well, so he had some attacks that he could throw in, but we were able to win that game. And basically with Spider-Ham and Night Spider because he got big, and then I can get to the back row.
So quick question. Who do you think a bad player, Tavon or Tavon?
Well, Tavon technically is winning because that's what's on the name. So Tavon is the man.
Tavon only got a bronze.
Well, true that. I guess I transformed back into Tevin once we got into the top 4.
All right, so cool.
Tavon was doing his thing for a little bit. So, I played Jamar was my 3rd game, and he was on Doc Ock as well. And I kept the streak up of Doc Ock not finding yellows. So the first 2 turns, he did get yellows. So, he put himself in a position where you got to come swing in or you're going to take this stun. Me, I was not trying to take the bait. So the first 2 turns, I did not swing in with Ezekiel. I kept him in the back to try and keep him protected. I was shooting to try and get wounds on Jamar so that I wasn't engaging in melee combat. And then I let Ezekiel take the 2 wounds. He didn't see another yellow after that, which was lucky for me. But I also had a Spider-Ham in hand. So, when he turned up after taking that 2nd wound, Spider-Ham's coming down. Now he's at 7-7. We can start to get to work. I was able to stabilize after those 2 wounds, basically, build my board up, get the counters. He didn't get the yellows that he needed, and we were able to win playing that matchup. I was trying to play around the what's the one next strike? Sinister
Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate one to make sure I wasn't getting struck out of combats, but my people were too big.
So just like I know, he reading from a list of what happened. He actually wrote the list before he played the games. He knew how it was gonna go.
They called me Negro Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, but all right. So the 3 and the undefeated Buckeye. So by round 4, just to give people how good weekend PJ had, he haven't lost a game up to this point.
All weekend, he had not lost any game.
He actually only lost to 1 human being.
Right. That's true. So I get up against PJ. Obviously, we knew it would be a good game. I hadn't talked to PJ or tested with him or anything like that, so I didn't know anything about his deck. or what he was going to play. So he had Spider-Woman. And I did not get the characters to level early. I did in my I mulligan, but in the hand I had to keep, I had 3 spider friends and a stay alert. So I had ways of making sure that I wouldn't get stunned if he was only attacking with Spider-Woman. But he also leveled on turn 2. Turn 1. It was turn 1 or turn 2. He leveled quick and was like coming in for 10. So, you know, I fought him off with the 3 spider friends just not to take the wounds. Still trying to level, waiting for characters. I was able to level, but he ended up getting me to 4 wounds. We had to still like fight back and forth. Black Widow was major because she was able to daze when he had to swing in, get the counters off, or let me get to the back row to clear his Vicky hands and his Gorgons. Because remember, he had the Gorgon too, so Gorgon nullified all the counters on the people that I was playing. But Night Spider has stealth, so Night Spider was able to get to the back to put Gorgon down. My Spider Woman, once I leveled, you know, she's 3-1 with Spider Sense, Flight, and Super Strength. I was just putting tons and tons and tons of counters on her to make sure that I had a flight blocker that could outlast his, you know, no matter what he was putting down, as long as we could keep Gorgon off the table. The Spider-Man came in handy because I was able to see his hand and what he had. He had a Zorn coming, so I got rid of the Zorn. And then we just fought through the Gorgons, and we were actually able to go to time, and I won on wounds because we wounded her 5 times and won that game. And then we went to round 5, and I played Mitch. And again, I did not pull what I needed to start leveling, and he got those negative counters on and got leveled, and then it got out of hand because he had a Green Goblin out. Then when he was playing his Wasp tokens, they were each putting 2 negatives on characters, and I was not able to beat Mitch at all. He got me with the counters, and the Sinister Six plots was for sustainability, and then the Sinister Syndicate to strike me out of combat while we were playing. So I ended up going 4-1.
So top cut. So top cut with Mitch 1.
Yep.
PJ 2, U 3, and then
Dawson
4. So we aren't doing best of 1. We wanted to just kind of get through this. It wasn't nearly a must money line that normally was, but we were there for a good time. I think that was had.
Absolutely.
So I think we're gonna go through these kind of quickly. We'll talk more, maybe doing a recap.
Yeah.
But we won't get to the game.
Right. No, not to the.
So
we'll talk about that as we do the commentary.
Yeah. So real quick, PJ gave me highlights.
Yeah, I mean that was a really good game. The play that messed up PJ. Well, I think there's 2 things. Well, the play that messed up PJ was PJ was letting me put counters on a Spider-Woman that I needed to be able to stay alive. Basically, she was a good blocker. I had tons and tons of counters on her, so you couldn't get past her really, and she was able to get in. We were using this my Black Widow to daze characters out so we can get to what we need to and put wounds on them. He ended up pulling a Jean Grey. He played Jean Grey to take my Spider-Woman, but his main character's name is Spider-Woman, so he couldn't even attempt to take the Spider-Woman to get her off of my board or to even KO her if you took her with Jean Grey. So I think he was playing into that, and it made him be more exposed than he thought he was going to have to be, and we ended up winning the game. You know, obviously we had her as the big board. We had Spider-Hams. We had Spider-Ham, I should say.
I hear the music.
The Spider-Man, and we won the game. But that helped us win the game.
And finally just Mitch real quick.
Yeah, Mitch was a tough game. It ended up coming down to the last play. We stabilized, but he was putting wounds on us early. I kept him from leveling by making sure all my characters had counters on them. So when he put counters, he was not stunning characters that had negatives on them. He got to level 3, but I think the play of the game obviously was he built up a very substantial board, and I had about 4 characters and a Spider Tracer in my hand. So I was able to play the Spider Tracer, put it on his main when she had 6 wounds, and I basically have set up where I had 4 clean attacks after spending the shield throw to put 3 negs on her, so she was only a 3/3 to try and win the game. And the first attack went through and we won.
All right, so that's all. Hour and a half talking about deck list and things.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I hope you enjoy it.
Right.
You know,
well, we plan on, like I said, recording the commentating of the game and doing some other things.
Yeah.
If not, We enjoy y'all listening, watching. Until next time, we about to go watch Go Bills.
Go Bills. Peace.
Peace.
Oh, yeah. About to get that Paramount love.